Hello, I'm Leon Strimmel. I'm the crisis prevention educator for Crisis Center North. We're a domestic violence organization located up in the North Hills of Pittsburgh. We talk about issues dealing in the schools, dealing with relationships and respect. The great part of this event is that the students get to determine what programs that they want. It's strictly run by the students. This program has been very successful, and it's not only helped the students develop good relationships that help them with their team aspect, but also as being leaders in the school.
In peer-to-peer, you're encouraged to get up every day to make a difference, to inspire others, to encourage others to also make a difference. As a student, the ceremony impacted me because I had the opportunity to listen to all the other schools as to what they did to make a difference within their school. Peer-to-peer isn't just a club to me, it's much more than that. I look at it as a lifestyle for me because giving back to others and making others happy is overall the best reward that I can receive.
I think it taught me personally how to be a stronger young woman, and it taught me even just like different skills that I'm going to use in my future life. Like today when we were presenting, I had to do a little bit of public speaking, which is always good to have, and even just learning how to work with other groups and other people that you've never even really had a conversation with, and just being thrown into that.
My personal favorite aspect of the peer-to-peer program is watching these kids grow over that time frame, because you start at the beginning of the year and then they grow as a group and they develop their program. They get leadership skills, they get communication skills, they are talking in front of groups all the time. So there's a lot of different things that they're building. They use art aspects. They've done a lot. So they've touched on every aspect to help build themselves up personally, so that when they go out into the real world, they're developing skills that they need. I think that, as Leon had referred to in the banquet, that every year it gets better and better. I'm excited to see what next year's going to bring and what my kids are going to do next year.
The ceremony itself is a way for students to celebrate their accomplishments throughout the year. A lot of them have a positive impact within their community. I can honestly say that throughout the year, they were becoming more than just leaders on the field. They were becoming more so in tune with leaders in life situations.
Mr. Strimmel would come in and he would talk to us, and just kind of, it was more of an informative program, I think, for the students that were in it, and we learned a lot from it of how to be better role models for everyone throughout the school. Another program that I was a part of was the Coaching Boys and the Men, and what that was is we gathered a group of student athletes in our school who really could take a leadership role in our community and in the school itself.
I attended the event because I'm also part of the peer-to-peer program, and the peer-to-peer taught me leadership, definitely showed me how to lead by example and be a leader of the school and the community. Definitely communication skills, because it taught me how to work with others and cooperate with the people in the program, and just taught me to be respectful to other people. Being nice and being kind goes a long way in life.
I think it is a wonderful culminating event. I've seen the activities foster leadership with students. It targets school leaders and potential leaders. It helps develop their skills to deliver the message back at the home school. I personally enjoy watching the students develop leadership skills, but I really like seeing the maturity of the students, their willingness to take on a task and see it through to completion. I've seen it grow almost each year. It is very specific to our school's needs. I find it to be a tremendous benefit.
The best thing I get out of this program is just practice for what I'm going to do in the future. So I'm going to school for communications and public relations. So this really gives me the opportunity just to start working on those skills now, talking in front of large groups of people and reaching everybody on a large level, because sometimes that can make some of us getting the practice is good. I really enjoyed being a part of the peer-to-peer empowerment program because it gave me the opportunity to give back to others and to my community and my school. Also being able to work with my friends in peer-to-peer to come together to make a difference and take on a project. It was a really great feeling, and putting a smile on others' faces was really awesome to see.
I really think that it overall brought our entire community, not just our school, like all together just because of the project to work on. And I think it really opened up the eyes of everyone of how prevalent teen dating violence is among young kids, especially students, and the relationships that we go through in our young adult life.
They feel that they have ownership to this, and they feel like their voice is being heard. Anything that we can do to educate our kids and to make them feel that they are empowered and that their voice is being heard, I think that you can't go wrong with that. And I think that the peer-to-peer program does that for kids.
It means a lot to me because it has made me stronger. I'm more determined. For future students who are going to be in the peer-to-peer empowerment program, this is a great program for you. Not only you as an individual, but also for your friends and for your family, helping you become a better all-around individual. You gain aspects of becoming a better speaker, of making a difference and touching someone else's life, giving back to others, and being able to be that leader within your school and making a difference.
If I were to say something to other schools that are considering to use this program, it's a win-win situation. There's no losing in regards to this program. And anything that we can do to educate our kids and to make them feel that they are empowered and that their voice is being heard, I think that you can't go wrong with that. And I think that the peer-to-peer program does that for our kids.
I think that the program, by way of what they accomplished in 1 year, made a dramatic impact on all of these students.
Mr. Leon Strimmel has been my point of contact and coordinated the peer-to-peer and coaching boys into men events as long as I've been involved. And I think he has done a tremendous job. He's open to suggestion, tailors individual lessons or programs to meet your students or your school's needs. Very reliable and engaging with the students. We've seen kids not just volunteering, but really wanting to be part of the programs.
I think what Mr. Strimmel really did help us learn was that whenever, if you see someone in the hallway or if you see someone just like walking alone or sitting alone at lunch, it could really have a huge impact on their life.
Leon Strimmel has done an amazing job motivating all the students at the high schools. I think because of his direction, it's just really working.
I think that we should continue to use Crisis Center North in their programming because they are touching on topics that are relevant to our students, relevant to maybe even their home life. This has been a very great relationship that has started, and just in the contacts that I've made has been wonderful, and the services at Crisis Center North.
I've seen Crisis Center North grow and expand their level of services throughout my career. They've always been involved in prevention. They partner with districts. They just don't provide services. They partner with districts to find out what our needs are and ways that they can reach students to deliver a positive message to help prevent domestic violence.
Crisis Center North started visiting our school back when I was in middle school still, and I think just them nurturing us like all through those years and teaching us different skills that we can take with us for the rest of our lives. I mean, they taught us the hotline for domestic violence when we were so young, and like just remembering that and knowing that there's always someone there whenever you think that you're all alone is such an important thing to remember all through your life.
Other schools should embrace these programs and Crisis Center North. You never know what's going on with other people around you.
Crisis Center North is a game changer when it comes to dealing with these issues that some teens struggle with.
Yes, Crisis Center North definitely raises awareness in the schools through these type of programs about domestic violence and abuse. And it's unique because it allows the kids to do it in a way that they have ownership to it. So it's from peer to peer, which is the title, but it's very significant because peers listen to peers. I think it's very strong and it's very impactful.
Effects touch hundreds of students, and I've just seen the programming improve tremendously over the years as well. And we looked at them as a model, as a resource to help provide training for our students. Crisis Center North makes difficult topics easier to address with students. And it has the students address those topics themselves.
Crisis Center North is a influential organization here in Montour and the surrounding communities. I can honestly say that they make a difference in young people's lives. They allow these students to become leaders at such an early age to where they're going to make a positive impact in the community, not only now, but when they're adults with children also. These students rallied around Crisis Center North's message. Not only did they rally and raise awareness for teen violence and dating violence, they impacted every student here. I think that anyone who comes in contact with Crisis Center North will have a positive influence in their community. I think that if every principal, every administrator, every teacher would dedicate at least 5 minutes for finding out about this organization, they will quickly know that this is something that would be impactful in their high school or middle school. I think that with what happened here in Montour, if you transmit that to 30 other school districts, you are influencing our community